What is this going to do?
What is what going to do?
The show today.
The show?
Yes.
The show is actually, I'm here for a reason.
You know what, I would suggest you move around this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will work. I'm with the Ray. Fire things. Yeah. So
It's actually interesting.
It's very interesting. Yeah. We are living in interesting times with interesting people.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get around this idea. But what again?
Yeah, man, but the first joint that I actually performed, it comes from a special place, you know. The code itself, you know, the common code, blood is thicker than water.
Yes.
But, you know, I actually had to dig deep and actually find out what actually the expression
means.
The code itself actually means blood of a covenant is thicker than water. That's the correct expression. It's not blood is thicker than water.
Repeat it again.
Blood of a covenant is thicker than water of a womb.
Womb.
Yeah.
Thick of a blood of a covenant.
Yes. It's
thicker. All right.
So the shorter version is just blood is thicker than water. That's what everybody's actually going with right nowadays. But if you go dig deep and find and actually look, it will actually give you the correct expression where it says blood of a covenant is thicker than water of a womb. And what it actually means, it means that relationships that are built by choice are stronger than relationships built by birth.
Interesting, you spoke of that. I saw that in one of your pictures that you were sharing in your artwork as well. So it was catchy, but now that you have actually related, so wow.
And that's what the song is about as well, from the beginning until the end. You know?
So is it about experiences that you have gone through that are putting you in that, for you to feel that you need to express that actually?
It is a personal experience because you look, if I can, you know, but
true.
Your bond cannot be as strong as someone else from, you know, that you meet, you know, a connect from outside, you know. So in that way, you know, I've met so many people that actually helped me out, you know, from the first time that I actually recorded my first project, Chronicles of a Lyricist, which is turning 10 years next year.
10 years?
You know, yeah, it's turning 10, it's turning 10 next year. And, you know, from there, you know, the moment I started actually, I met so many kids, you know, and ultimately I met the person who was actually recording these kids. And that's GAPS and GLAP, and then that's where everything started.
Wow, did you really have to go to GAPS? Like GAPS, the guy, the mastermind of Diamond Rough?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I mean that's a nostalgic project, which I think it has got so much relevance. Because out of that project, out of GAPS project, out of that time when hip hop was the education of all of us, you know, while we're still going into it, I remember most of you guys were all part of most of his projects. But beautiful enough, today here you are, there's blood and the covenant. So I think those could be the relations that you're also speaking about musically as well.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
The relationships, you know, they actually built me as well, you know, becoming the person that I am today. But apart from me being the person that I am as well, you know. So yeah, I think we can actually go into the next performance.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are with the one and only, the royal of the royal bloods of all the bloods of royals. Not only on hip hop, but on a serious note as well, you know. This is Ray Mangope, Ditshoswane live, his first visit, and it's quite exciting and spontaneous. Well, though planned, but it sounds awful spontaneous because we kept it up under wraps, you know. But it's a beautiful catch up. But what we'd like to do with my brother, he's not from another mother, we're from the same city. identity. You know, so he's gonna hit us with Clout back. Am I right? Oh,
Cloud is the lyrics.
alright. As a backtrack. Yeah, how is it? Cloud. So ladies and gentlemen, Ray in the house with Cloud. So what you gonna say?
So good. Let's do this. Let's do this. Rapid fire. Yeah. Tell me why you doing this. Hey, tell me why you doing this. How you just singing for the cloud? Hey, how you just singing for the cloud? Tell me why you doing this. Tell me why you doing this. How you just singing for the cloud?
Yes.
How you just singing for the cloud? Paper chasing, that's the mission. Dollar anything for my son without blinking. I love my family, the context stays close. Life is too short, I don't want me any foes. So tell me what you bala beyond. How you in the what, don't even clip. Another doubt. Reciprocation is the energy I'm down for. Love's in the air, baby, would you catch me if I fall? Yeah, I'm at your door. 2 in the morning, trying to break the walls down. I'm trying to fuck you on the floor, put you on the pedestal, elevate you in the right position. Yeah, before we get to begging, hitting on my demoya, we feel this connection. I don't do this all in vain. We do not to be pretentious. Raps in my DNA, trying to immortalize my name above all. I want the fortune, baby, let the brothers keep the fame. I love the them of approach you, but not so sure. Life is a bitch, let's take a walk on the shores. Let's write the phrase, baby. My heart chose you. I can transform you. My name is Goku. Hey, tell me why you doing this. Yeah, tell me why you doing this.
Why? Tell me why you doing this.
How you just singing for the cloud?
Yeah.
How you just singing for the cloud?
What?
Tell me why you doing this. Tell me why you doing this. How you just singing for the cloud? Huh? How you just singing for the cloud? Fresh out the hyperbolic chamber, feeling on that less lighter. My pen is even sharper. Channeling chakras, which one I lay. Dalai Lama always been about. Jaradi Bukataka. Decisions that I took, decisions I must stick with. I chose to walk away, cause I didn't feel included. We keep it moving in no bad blood, cause we keep it cheap. And that's the code around these streets. What's this I hear? Miss me with the bullshit, the true parental behavior. Niggas is stuck on stupid. Oh, you think I see you? Nah, I don't need to give much fire to this movement. You're under illusion. Real quick, tell me why you doing this. It's quite shocking, cause some niggas chalking, cock blocking. Some of them are even name dropping. And that's just a few of the topic. I keep it popping. Y'all niggas corny as shit. If it ain't about the money, I prefer it with politics. Rap journalist, lyricist with a cause. A force to be reckoned with. Tell me why you doing this. Tell me why you doing this. Tell me why you doing this. How you just tell me why you doing this.
Next time, tell you it's a cloud. Next time.
Tell me why you doing this.
Oh.
Tell me why you doing this.
Gosh.
How you just saying it for the cloud?
Ditshoswane.
You saying it for the cloud?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's cloud for you, man. That's cloud.
Gosh.
That's cloud.
Gosh. You know, it's like I don't know if I should go live and live off live, but this is what it is. It's Ray in the house. This is just one of many opportunities that we want to create for ourselves, doing it by ourselves. But I hear chronicles. I hear a tapestry of where you're coming from with all of your projects. And with the current project, I'm in love with blood. I don't want to lie to you. It speaks a lot to me as well. But being off the game for such a long time, right? We spoke of that you have been a daddy. Congratulations on that. I don't know how old is my niece or my nephew, but anyhow, congratulations on that. And it would be interesting to hear more of that, because when we were doing our ideas then, we was quite young and quite naive in the same time, but full of zeal. So is the zeal still the same like back in the days?
I think I haven't actually tapped into my prime yet. The zeal is still there. The zeal is still there. And the thing is, the crazy thing about everything is just that being a dad, you actually, my son actually raised me. Actually, his arrival raised me instead of me raising him. So that kind of actually changed everything. Everything also. The game has all these valleys and peaks, man.
Sure.
Where you go through. As a person, you go through challenges, But challenges just remind you why you should actually beat the competition, So those challenges actually build character, And then from out of there, this is me. This is my life today.
So let's say congratulations to you being a dad. One, that. You have grown to be you, and that you have learned from your son. I learn a lot as well from my children, So during the process of your absence, of the evidence of Micnificence, what have you been cooking, and what is currently the projects that you are working on? I would like us to go into the project, but I'd like to know, in your absence, was it also a process of creating stuff?
Yeah, definitely, man. In that absence, don't actually call it an absence in that sense. I've been crafting, from beginning, Chronicles of a Lyricist. Back in the days in 2011, Lyricist With A Cause came out of it as well. And then there's more projects that will actually follow from there on, but it's a series actually, If you connect the two, it's Chronicles of a Lyricist With A Cause. And the next project will also connect, which the other one also connect, So I don't want to mention the names, but in essence, that's what's happening. And being crafting, I've been working on Lyricist With A Cause, and we're almost done with the project,
Nice one. So the Lyricist With A Cause, it's what you are currently working on.
That's what I'm currently
EP, mixtape, because I get confused when it comes to that. For the 99 mixtape gang, EP gang, so where does it fall?
For now, we'll just call it a tape.
A tape.
We'll call it a tape, and I'll actually give it to the listeners, to actually name it EP, but for me, it sounds like a tape. It's a mixtape, and that's how I actually want to put it out.
Cool.
As a build up to the album as well.
Nice one. Talking a bit of industry, now that you have mentioned the consumer, I think we do not have a lot of people that consume music in terms of connoisseuring it, and to actually say that, what is the taste buds of my, so do you think, should we create room for such kind of work now? Because I think that is what we lack within the space. People that can actually critique the work, so that you give it maybe the room that you want to give us as a project, to say that, is this a mixtape or is it an EP? Perhaps, do you think should we move in that line in terms of that? Because I think we are too much in production, we are too much in performances, but we don't have anybody who actually speaks to us in terms of what the layman would expect. What's your take on that?
I actually think, since you mentioned it, I think we should actually take it back to how things were done traditionally. Traditionally, you would actually send your tape to a magazine for them to review it, and then you would actually get the critics, people critiquing your album before it actually gets out. And right now, things are consumed the moment it's released. The critics come afterwards, and you don't actually get much from it, from such critics. I actually prefer doing it the traditional way.
The traditional way.
Yeah.
Interesting. So the traditional way meets today.
Yeah.
So where do you draw the line in terms of that?
I think we can strike a balance between the two. We can actually do that. Strike a balance, because now what happens now, it caters for a lot of young artists that are actually coming up as well, and listeners as well, that prefer consuming music when it's released, and you actually have to cater for artists or for listeners as well that have been used to the traditional ways of doing things. think we can actually strike a balance between the two.
Lovely. In doing that, I just want to mention to the people that are part of this. It's part of the Multiverse, a Africa Burn event that is happening on a virtual level. So we are busy forming part of that event as well, which is a Burning Man. It's a multiverse. It's happening around the world. So you can check out Africa Burn as well. You can check out the Ditshoswane Community at Center. Micnificent is also on, and I've got a few surprises as well for you in store. There are many rabbits in my head. That's what I gotta say to you. But we are all from the big hole. Expect anything out of the big hole, right? Yes, but Micnificent, in this project, what is the course, and how many are you in this course?
I think the course itself, it's personally, for me, the course is an expression first. And music is an expression. As a fellow artist said, music is the best drug in the world. So now, it's an expression. It's a point of, it's an outlet, and this is where most issues get tackled, and we actually engage with our listeners in that. Things have changed. We communicate differently. So for me, it's actually a platform to express myself and also engage in conversations with the consumers as well.
So I would assume that particularly now there isn't a subject matter that is actually being addressed through this course, and we should just wait for it until the project is out and complete.
I think we'll be giving away too much when we do it.
I agree.
That's why we refuse it. But for now, I think I can just say that it's a very interesting project. It's a very interesting project, and it has it's a mixture of different topics and issues as well. So elders can relate, the youth can relate.
Lovely.
Yeah,
so be on the lookout for the Lyricist With A Cause, right? And we also spoke off air. We spoke about administration a bit, and you shared with me that there is the Northern Cape Hip Hop Federation. Perhaps it would be unfair of us not to speak about it and acknowledge it for the work it has done already so far. I mean, with the jumps off and the street dance offs that used to happen, I think there was also the period when it was molded so that Northern Cape should have a voice that can actually address hip hop issues. So I would like us to touch on two issues: the current state of hip hop and forming part of the interim people that are running the federation itself. Where do you see yourself, and what is the role that you intend to play in the space currently?
Sure. The Northern Cape Hip Hop Federation is an organization that actually caters for artists in the Northern Cape.
Yeah. For
now, we just recently actually regrouped again. We regrouped, and we're working on trying to build bridges within the province, and actually creating products as well where we can actually have exchanges between different cities within the project, where we at one stage we need a festival of our own.
Sure.
We currently have the Northern Cape Hip Hop Awards as well, which needs to be recognized as well. So I think this is where Northern Cape Hip Hop Federation comes in as well, as adjudicators as well.
Nice.
And would actually help steer, and progress the arts.
So, in terms of the state of hip hop, where do you think are we?
The state of hip hop, I think we're growing. We're bubbling under right now. We one step closer. Like we kicking the door right now. We're kicking the door. I think it's about time. It's just that not a lot of people don't, you know, it's that buy-in process. You know, it's the buy-in process that's taking place right now, you know.
Sure.
So that's where the hip-hop state is at right now. And there's actually a lot of kids actually coming up as well, you know. There's fire coming up as well, you know.
Perhaps I'm gonna put you as an OG in the category of OGs. If one day they have to call me to say that lifetime achiever award, you know. So as an OG, so to say, forgive me if anybody feels more of an OG than he's an OG for today. Who do you think will you be able to say that I'm giving you the baton over? One day, should you decide to hand over the baton, that's most likely to happen or not to happen?
There's actually a lot. You know, I can't actually put a name right now. There's actually a lot of talent. You can't actually handpick just one artist, but right now there's a lot of artists that actually I can't really handpick.
Okay.
It would be biased of me as well to do that.
Like you have your favorite.
I mean, there's kids like Max 053. There's kids like Abu Young Z. There's kids like La Vida. These kids are actually, you know, they have that fire. There's kids like Keys. You know, these are kids that actually bubbling under.
So I see you are running away
I'm not
from
running
the favorite. Perhaps to share with us your last piece. I'm sure you've got a last piece that you have prepared for us as well, and then your take on the current scourge of gender-based violence, because I think it's also a question that we cannot deny, and we need to always address it. So what's your take on it, and what is your advice to Majita on this issue?
I think gender-based violence is a serious thing, you know, and we shouldn't just look at it from one side as well. There's a side now. There's another side where, you know, there's intimate partner violence as well, IPV as well. You know.
Wow.
So this is one that's not talked about a lot. You know, and it happens in relationships. It's not physical as much. You know, you get emotionally abused. You get psychologically abused, financially abused, those kind of. So I think we need to take a stand as males, as men, and as a community, you know, as a society as well, and say we need to put a stop to gender-based violence, be role models to young kids coming up as well, and not actually encourage such acts.
And then there's the rain. God bless you for the rain. I mean, the kings that come, like, or should I say the three wise men? I'm just giving away a lot, right? So yes, we're gonna say thank you to Ray as well, and then remember, this will also be live. At some point, we're gonna be prepackaging this interview for our friends in the Africa Burn streams as well, so that they can share with it as well. Yes, but man, thank you for being Ditshoswane Community Art Center and being part of the colony. And what I'd like to say is that, can you cook?
Definitely.
I think we should go on a challenge next year. Look out for the same time next year. Micnificent versus Qrasvu on the pots. But anyway, my brother, it was a blessing, and thank you and congratulations on being a father, and congratulations on being a MC still today, and with a cause as well. We are looking forward to the Lyricist With A Cause, and I hope that Ditshoswane will be a favorite space to come and share with us again, but it's a blessing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to you as well.
Yeah. I think the next joint that I'm gonna perform is Breathe. That's the last one I'm gonna do. Love and leave everyone.
Let me just get myself in order the side because of, and thank you to everybody who have been viewing from Ray's TV there on the other side. I think we should call Ray's TV, right? How about the Ray?
It's actually called New Rules. That's
New Rules.
Yeah.
All right. New Rules is the new one. I'm happy now. Okay. Is this the track?
No, that's not the track. The track is one before.
All right. Breathe. Ladies and gentlemen, with Ray Mangope of the royal blood of all royal bloods. Ditshoswane live, he's giving us Breathe. Are Hey Mebato.
Sure.
So this one is produced by?
It's produced by Lakito. Yeah. Jungle Beats.
Oh my word. What a radical.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's him.
Just let it breathe. Just let it breathe. Just let it breathe. Spread it like mustard when shit gets hot. Obabone bapakalala like ground dash. When I come through Barry Beats are the OG. But it's I am a kala when it comes to the haters. Dibadwana lam khaha. Banyana baritala bahoa baya bananas. They know the status. Renale exes that who campus of scum. Puts on my K. Hey, you ain't got the answers. Putilo kesera. And I keep on taking chances. Hey, Qrasvu man. No, we not the same. Yeah, I rap about the sisters, man. I rap about the. When they send me naked pictures, I just turn them into memes. Hey, different strokes, make a different flow. Chill again, man jokes, coulda like a do make a tell. I appreciate the gesture, Harlem to me like the beats. But please, niggas can test her, I get dry, hold it, impress her. I'm a Kimberly Diamond, I was formed under pressure, yeah, I'll take the flow. Chaka Harawe, Rona Ratesha, on form but never conform. To a hella modilum, I'm a busy bee, Qrasvu they have entertainment, like a sweet when I flow. I do this for 2 lets I rap, Just let it breathe. Just let it breathe. Just let it breathe. On the table with the deck of cards. I'm about to pull out my trunk, cut your whole styles up front. Pull up in the city, standing on your bitch and slapping your silly. On the really, man, I'm ill with the skillet. It's evident I made it. He thought I would fail. Hakashe my skis, Momo Kilo, Hamis, I pace, I spit game. Ya niggas keep spitting the wrong rhymes. Sketch time, homie, I just got a cosign. You couldn't put me on check, nigga. I'm not on your payroll. On the road to riches, made a Jordan trap, cover me sweat. Still don't script, still got a chose, Gilly Silo. Redula Rebaka, Madimo Rekata, Madimo Rejala, Massimo, Olevepa, Lerato, Lidikota, Samotuako, what is the future? You just a nuisance. Let's end the debate. All you niggas do is flatulate, you're not even the TV, but your style doesn't resonate. Uskan Chalaka, I'm John Doe, and the singers is fuck all. Kids in the block, worship the ground I walk on. Banyana Bakleti, you all over the brim. Profola Rugby, dead, but now, if Guinness a tune is a hot club, till it's the follow me to the hotel, the cholo. The waste of Baha'i. Look at the hot club behind your smiles. I know you're praying for my downfall, man. I don't take it personal. That's your own shot for. They try body my style, ended the knockoffs. Took it as a compliment. You just boosted my confidence, my confidence, my confidence. Yeah.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. That was a beautiful one. It was me and Raymond.
Yeah.
Raymond Mangope, the only one and only.
Yeah.
He's the royal kid. He's the royal kid. Thank you, my brother, once more. I don't know what to say, but thank you for your time, and it is a blessing. I hope that we have built that bridge that you're wishing for, and this is the home. We've got a new home. But ladies and gentlemen, be on the lookout. We are not yet done. It's spontaneous. It's with Qrasvu, and it's a multiverse. It's Africa Burn issue. It's Africa Burn affair. Right? Thank you. We out.
Sure. Thanks a lot, ladies and gents. Peace out.
One time.
Sure.